over.
All right, guys, welcome to another lab video. This is day 2 of our Cookin' Cousins. If you'll remember, what we did yesterday is we did the appearance of our 5 powders, because remember, we've gotten all our kitchen powders mixed up, and we can't make Grandma's famous muffin recipe without knowing which powder is which. Because if you put the wrong amount of the wrong thing in, you're going to have some really interesting muffins. So we've written down all the appearance, textures, and odor of the powders, and then we tested them to see how they reacted to water, how they reacted to vinegar, and how they reacted to iodine. So you should have all of those things filled out. You should also have predicted which powder you thought was which based on your appearance and odor. So you should pretty much have everything filled out except the reaction to heat, which we're going to do today, and then eventually we will share with you the information so you can identify which substance is which. So let's start. I've made little boats out of foil, and I put about a half a spoon of these little baby spoons of powder. So I have one boat for each powder, and I'm holding them with a wooden clothespin because that is a poor conductor, and I won't burn my fingers. And so Miss Garcia is going to light the candle for me here, and we're going to hold them for I think about 30 seconds. So
Yeah, it says so.
we'll just have to kind of count. I don't have my, we'll do the 1,000. Let me get it burning good before I put it over there. It's a brand new candle, so it takes a minute to get started. Give it a second there. It really isn't. There we go. Get it going. All right,
Okay.
Got a timer now. So here we go. I think the candle's going good enough, so we're going to do 30 seconds. I'm going to hold the foil just above the candle, but not in it, because I don't want to blow the candle out by smothering all the oxygen. So this one is, we'll let it go, it's 30 seconds. And then we will open up the foil and see what we have and write down what happened. Kind of like watching a pot boil. It never happens, right?
That's the alarm. That's the timer.
Oh, that was the timer. Okay. So let's open this up. It didn't get too warm. Let's see what we have. Powder number 1 didn't do anything. It got a little bit warm, but the color hasn't changed. The texture hasn't changed. There's literally no change at all from the heat. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead, and I've already pre-filled them all to make it move faster. So
Okay.
she's got her timer. This is powder number 2. Here we go. 30 seconds. Let's see what happens. Sometimes it's happening underneath, so we'll kind of stir it around a little bit when we open it up.
I smell something.
I can smell it. It smells like it's burning. It doesn't look like it's burning, at least not on the top. I wonder if it's burning underneath.
Well, you can
where
smell
the flame
it.
is.
Yeah, you can smell it.
Something is definitely happening here.
So, smell like burning?
Yeah, it's definitely burning. Kind of like, I don't know, burnt toast maybe?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Come on, alarm. I did start it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I saw it was at 29. Okay.
Done.
That's probably a little more than we needed, but let's open it up and see what we have.
Apparently, I started and stopped it.
Oh, look at that.
And
Underneath, it's a little hard to see, I would imagine, but it was burning a little bit underneath, so definitely starting to burn.
There's some brown.
It's kind of brown. Yeah, the
right
color's
here.
changed.
Right there.
Yeah, there's a little brown spot there. And some of it looks a little browner, so it's definitely changing color. It definitely smelled like it was burning, so that was interesting. All right, this is
this time.
powder number 3.
Oh, gosh. Okay. All right, ready? Go.
There we go. As usual, we're having technical issues.
Oh,
You
I
should be used to
probably
that by now.
hit it twice.
Yeah, sometimes we accidentally stop it because we bump the counter. Sometimes we accidentally mess up the video and have to start over again. It happens.
Mm.
What
Can't
else?
see much going on. No smoke, no smell.
Well, I can smell the candle. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a little bit of black on the outside of the foil from the candle smoke. Okay. This is a little warm, so if you do this at home, be a little careful.
All right.
Well, looks like we had a little bit of a color change. If you go down underneath, right next to the foil, it got a little bit darker. I don't know if you can see that too well on the camera, but it got a little bit darker right there, and a little bit stuck together, just a little bit. So I'll have Miss Garcia write that down. It's a little bit dark, a little bit stuck together. See that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that was powder number 3. So this is powder number 4.
But it wasn't brown, right?
It's a little bit discolored.
Darker.
Not brown like it was burnt, but just a little darker.
Okay.
So let's try this one, see what happens.
Okay.
Hope I didn't put too much in. Sometimes you have a little flame, you only want to have a little bit of stuff in it.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here.
Okay.
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 This did absolutely nothing. Look at that. It's just as white and as loose. It's warm to the touch, but the powder itself hasn't changed a bit. Like nothing. And so this is our final one. Powder number 5. So here we go. Oh, and I blew the candle out.
Oh, here.
Which happens at school all the time. We walk around with our little things all day, relighting candles. So here we go. I have a feeling that third one might have burnt more if we'd have kept it on the flame longer.
Yeah, probably.
Because it was definitely starting to.
Sometimes at school, if they're not getting a reaction, I go ahead and let them do a few more seconds. You think that's okay?
Yeah, I think that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
I probably put too much powder in. Like I said, little candle, probably didn't want quite so much in it.
Well, maybe it'll do something from underneath like the other one.
Yeah, because the part closest to the flame will react first because it's closest to the heat. Yeah, I think we just got a wimpy candle here too.
Yeah.
It's not got it was a brand new one, so it should have had a nice good flame, but they don't always. Can't really tell what that's doing.
It looks like it's turning liquid, I think. I just
Melt-
saw.
Oh, it is.
I just saw something fall down.
I think
it's
it's
doing
dark. It's doing
something.
something. I think it's happening underneath.
It is. Ooh, that's looking interesting. Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's starting.
Colors. Yeah.
It's starting to melt, and you can see little bits of it falling into whatever's melted.
Smell like burning.
Oh, this one's definitely burning.
Burning. Oh yeah.
Oh, now we got smoke coming off
It's
of it.
brown. It's got gas coming out. Brown.
We'll let that go for a little bit because we're getting a really
Yes.
interesting reaction here.
Like melting.
I'll open this up in a second here.
Ooh, yeah, it's stinky. Now it's burned stinky.
Oh, it's definitely burned. Okay, let's let that blow out the candle. Grab the edge carefully. This is one of those do not try this at home kind of things.
Right.
You don't want to burn your fingers, but I cook all the time. So, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
If we push aside
Yeah.
the extra powder, underneath. It's very sticky. And
Careful,
it's brown.
that could be hot.
It's pretty hot.
Sticky, although people here will never know that because they're not allowed to touch.
Yeah, I'm the teacher. I touch. Yeah, it definitely was changing color.
Yeah.
It's hardening already.
Oh, hard.
It was
Okay.
liquidy when I first took it off the flame, but now it's hardening back up. It feels
Okay.
really hard. There's like a really crunchy piece
Hardening.
there.
Crunchy.
So we went from
hardening.
liquid, and as soon as we got off the heat, it solidified, but it definitely changed color.
Hardening when cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
Okay, so what we will do once you've collected all the data is we will, in the Zoom meeting, share the list with you so that you can figure out what substance each one is. And then you do have a question at the bottom that you need to answer, and it says using the recipe. The recipe is on the second page. It's on the back.
Mm-hmm.
It says Grandma's Best Blueberry Muffin. So the question is which powder is not in the muffins, okay? So have fun with that. And as usual, we'll be on the Zoom while you're doing that. If you have any questions, all you have to do is ask.